Hello, I'm Bob Morrison here with some tips on how you can advocate for your music and arts education programs in your school district. I'm going to start by talking about a campaign called Protect Arts Ed Now. But it's important to understand that the 2021-2022 school year starts now. The planning is going on now. School boards are meeting now, making decisions on how to support these programs. It's important to understand that you need to be proactive. Proactive is better than being reactive, where you're just reacting to something that's happening, and reactive is better than being inactive. And what we're going to talk about are tools and strategies that allow you to be proactive in support of your program. First thing we're going to cover is the Protect Arts Ed Now campaign, just to highlight some of the strategies that they have. And the first thing that they talk about is attend every school board meeting, have representatives at every school board meeting. This is important because our school board members can't know, or you can't know what's being planned if you're not there, or if you don't have advocates there on your behalf. And school board members won't know that you have supporters if they're not visible. So you want to have people represented at all the school board meetings. Second of all, you want to make sure that the budget planning process for this year is not based on the current school year. You want to make sure that next year's budget is not based on the current school year because the anomalies that have occurred because of COVID. So as a result, you want to make sure that program adjustments due to COVID do not become permanent. And third thing is get connected to the resources and other supporters, either through the Arts Ed Now campaign on our Action Hub or the Arts Our Education campaign, which I'll talk about in a moment. You can get all this information at artsednow.org. But first are some resources and tools that are available from the Protect Arts Ed Now campaign. The first tools that we have are information on keeping our programs safe, mitigating strategies to allow for our programs in and during COVID and as we come out of COVID. Also, how to address the social emotional learning needs of our students, and strategies and talking points that are important to keep in mind at this particular time, including making sure our programs are adequately funded, that arts classes are offered across all of our disciplines, that our scheduling is designed to address learning loss, also addresses learning loss in the arts, and that our arts educators are continued to be employed and to teach in the disciplines for which they are trained, that materials and resources should always be made available, that professional development also be available to our arts educators, that facilities built and furnished for arts-based programs should be used for that purpose, and that evaluations should take into account the difficult circumstances that we find ourselves in. There's also a guide for the school budget process on how you can monitor that. We have a separate video that covers that, but it's important to understand that bad behavior during the pandemic must not be allowed to be institutionalized. And that's what we need to be advocating for. Additionally, there's the Arts Our Education campaign that's been put together by a lot of the national arts education organizations and a consortium of other groups. And it covers many of the bullet points that I just talked about, but it also has a pledge that you can sign or you can have your supporters sign, the ability for you to write your legislators, the ability to have your school board pass a resolution in support of your program, and an advocacy toolkit with other tools and materials to support your efforts. Now, advocacy is not something that you do, it's something that you are. And again, you want to be proactive in supporting your programs because you should get informed, get connected, and get active, both for you and your parents, because the new school year starts today. Good luck with everything as you prepare for the upcoming school year. Be proactive in supporting your programs, and we look forward to seeing you with more videos in the near future.